If you didn't see what the White House just did today, you need to watch this. On March 26th, the White House dropped this cryptic video on Twitter, and it turned out that when you played it in reverse, it said, "Exciting announcement tomorrow." Listen. Then on March 27th, they published this loading screen and everybody started speculating. People were freaking out. They were like, are they finally going to release this info on aliens? And then the next day rolls around and it turns out that the White House announced that they were launching a mobile app and the ad was crazy. Watch this. Stick with me because this gets crazy.
There's been a lot of launches lately. Relax. This one's an app. Track the latest news, live streams, and everything White House, including the kind everyone's talking about.
Soggy Oreo said, curated propaganda at your fingertips, boomers in heaven. Sneeko said, drop the PDF files app next. But that's not the full story. When people started downloading the app, they quickly realized that they made a mistake. The permissions on the app allow the White House to see the user's precise location, to modify and delete the contents of shared storage, to view Wi-Fi connections, use fingerprint and other biometric hardware, and more. This guy was like, look, if you have downloaded and installed the White House app and don't know by now, delete it and factory reset your phone and tablet immediately and change your credentials as well. But in general, I mean, this opens the box for the most Orwellian future that I could ever imagine. A declassified report came out in 2022 that outlines how the U.S. government gets around the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act. That law requires warrants for certain types of surveillance involving American citizens. But they get around that, this report revealed, by purchasing what's called commercially available information, where the government just buys your data from a third party. But this app might open up Pandora's box for direct spying on citizens. You know, the thing that the AI company Anthropic was just speaking out against. They said they didn't want to participate in domestic mass surveillance, and then they got put on a list labeling them a supply chain risk for not bending the knee on this issue. But what people are really freaking out about is whether or not this app could be forced to be used, or even just highly encouraged. I mean, for instance, what if this were used to distribute benefits in the middle of a looming economic crisis? And that leads to some form of a central bank digital currency where they have full financial surveillance. But I don't know, maybe I've completely lost my mind here. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to stay up to date with what's happening here and much more.